Oh, and we're back, and we're doing something today that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and we're making it happen today. So if you look in the back, I don't know if you can tell on the GoPro, but I got my mountain bike in the back of my truck, and I'm going to drive up to a shuttle drop-off point, and I'm going to ride my mountain bike back down to camp. And then when I get back to camp, I am going to, man, I got stuck there for a second trying to get out the driveway. When I come out with the camper, I'm gonna have to do in 4-wheel drive, and then I'm gonna have to go down the road and turn around. I'm not gonna make that corner. But anyway, like I was saying, we're gonna go up the fire road up here a little bit, and we're gonna take the fire road back, or we're gonna take the single track moto trail back down, which is pretty much all downhill on the mountain bike. And then we're gonna grab the mini pit bike, and we're gonna ride back up the single track and retrieve my truck, and then drive my truck and my pit bike back. And that will be the full mission. So drive up in the truck, ride down on the mountain bike, ride back up in the pit bike, and then ride back down with the truck and the pit bike. Mission accomplished. All right, here we are at the top of the trail. We shuttled ourselves up here in the Ram, and we're gonna ride the Spire down, and we're gonna grab the pit bike, and then we're gonna come back up here and get my truck. Here we go. Oh, dry and dusty. It's so nice out here today. Big riding area out here in Washington State, up here in the mountains where we're at this weekend. But this is about 1.9 miles of downhill moto trail, and it goes pretty much right back to where I'm camped at. But like, it dumps out. Oh, my helmet's not strapped. It'll dump us when we get off the trail. We'll be like less than a quarter mile from where the trailer is. And then, like I was saying, we're gonna jump on the pit bike and ride the pit bike back up this same trail we're going down, and come back and retrieve the truck. And I'm using the pit bike because it's so light. It's just a Surron Ultra Bee, or Surron Hyper Bee, I'm sorry, it's a Surron Hyper Bee little pit bike, and it only weighs 83 pounds, and it's so easy just to throw in my truck. But anyway, let's go. That was a quick camera check, and here we go. I've never done this before. This is gonna be cool. I've never ridden moto trails on the mountain bike. There's a couple little spots where it's uphill, but for the most part, it's 98% downhill. Oh, already this feels fun. Oh yeah, this is going to be, I just got to remember that the rear brake's the right, because on the Hyper Bee it's the other way around. Come on, you can mob down this on the bike. Holy cow. It's going to be loose right through here. Rocky. Steep. Gotta watch out for these pine cones. The dirt bike just goes right over them, but they're like marbles underneath my tires on this thing. Whoa. This is sick, dude. Moto trails are awesome on mountain bikes. Oh, we got dirt bikes coming up. All right. A little bit of dust to deal with for a second, but back on it. You can totally hear the bikes coming. That's the cool thing about the mountain bikes. But this is a little uphill part. Uh-oh, forgot about that. I was in the wrong gear for that. But I think that's pretty much it for the whole way down. Everything else is downhill. Pretty rocky and loose. Man, I might never ride regular mountain bike trails again. This is way fun. Like the moto is like the single track, it's like a natural berm. Just kind of holds you right in there. We get to come back up this on the pit bike too to go get the truck, which I did a couple weeks ago, which is totally fun. I have to admit though, this is right up there. This is pretty sweet. Man, actually mountain biking down a mountain on mountain's moto single track here. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I've been wanting to do this for like 2 years. We ride dirt bikes out here all the time. I never bring my mountain bike. And now I will from now on. Getting some speed. This is uphill right here. Nice. Getting close to the bottom already. It's a quick trail. Definitely took me longer to drive up there, but it's pretty neat. I could do this a couple of times. But there's another one I want to try too. We'll do that one tomorrow. The only thing is it's a lot more loose. The dirt bike tires really churn up the gravel. That's pretty much it. And we're back. Now we're just like a minute from the truck. Camp, trailer, Ranger. All right, let's go get the truck. I'll be back. All right, let's ride up and get the truck. I've been up this trail before on this bike a couple weeks ago, all the way to the top, and it was hella fun. So, whoa, look at a turkey, a wild turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. See him? He's in those trees. Cool. There's elk and grouse and deer. Lots of wildlife out here in the woods, right? Go figure. This thing loves single track. I probably should have put a little bit more air in the tires. The tires are pretty soft, but I'm not hitting any sharp edges. I like the grip. I'm in power mode 3, barely twisting the throttle. It's just climbing up this. This is a hill climb the whole way. As you know, since I came down it on the mountain bike, that should give you some inclination as to how much of a hill it is. Honestly, I could have come up this in power mode too. I'm not using hardly any throttle here. Those are the same folks I saw coming down on the mountain bike. Awesome. So rocky. Oh, thanks guys. She was on a pit bike, or he was that a little kid or a girl? I don't know. They. That's right. That's the appropriate thing to say these days anyway. They were on a dirt bike. Okay, you happy? the rocks and the roots are rough, but you still get over them, all right? They just jar you a lot. I think I came down it faster on the mountain bike than I'm going up it on the pit bike. I'll have to check the camera and see the time, how long. Whoa, that was a big rock. All right, we're pretty much at the top. Pretty much Surron heaven up here. Well, any dirt bike, mountain bikes, I've done all my bikes up here now. There's the truck. We're back. And there she is, loaded up. We left camp at 4. We drove up here in the truck, rode back down on the mountain bike, rode back up on the pit bike, and it's 4:48. So it's barely been 48 minutes since we left camp. So we should be back to camp within 10 minutes. So it's about an hour endeavor. This was a go, and this is something I'm gonna do in the future. If this is something you like watching and seeing and you want to see me do more of this kind of weird stuff, let me know. The weirder the better. Get out and have some new experiences, and that was one of them. Like I was saying earlier when I was riding, I wanted to do this for 2 years, and then finally did it. So that's good. Job well done. Let's go back to camp and have beer.